How na dey, my beautiful and amazing people. I salute you according to na time, depending on when that and that they listen to us. I welcome you to this beautiful day with an audible delicious information. My people, now well done, oh, now welcome. Oh. How many of una know say our royal queen may just dey China the cruise? They do her business because some people go think say you just go there to go and eat and drink. No, queen may no they do business of eating and drinking. Queen May does business of making money, making dollar, pounds, euro, naira, and every other currency that has value to her life. That's why she's the queen. She's the queen of making money. She's the queen of peace. She's the queen of everything. The gracious queen, everything. So, my people, there were all these all these times where the Coven nations and many people are talking about Edochie name, Edochie name, Edochie name. The truth is coming out to hey, this time around we go to bring on the real wisdom in what is happening between Edochie's and Queen May. There are things that are inherent, there are things that are inside that people are not seeing that are happening in Queen May and Edochie's saga. So many things. Because Queen May, the Duchess, has come to know that she is the one that carries the value. She carries the value to the Edochie family. She validates so many things in Edochie's family. In fact, the name Edochie was catalyzed by Yul and Judy. Nobody doubts that. Sapet Edochie struggled to build that name. Yul and Judy finished the name. That name, anybody that hears it, it tickles their ear. Anytime you hear Edochie, even till today, people know that if Sapet Edochie comes out, people don't just come out to welcome him like that. They just do it because of old time's sake. But recently, Yul and Judy finished the name of Edochie. In fact, Judy Austin revealed a lot of things that people don't know about the Edochie. Judy Austin actually exposed the Edochies, exposed their weaknesses, exposed the weaknesses, exposed their I don't know how to put it, their bad side actually, because what everybody was seeing is their good side. Likewise, anybody, any family has their bad side and the good side. So the Duchess are portraying their good side and are using it to gain reputation, gain integrity, gain name. Fame are always fame all over. But when Judy came, Judy left the good side and exposed the bad side because Judy wanted to use it as a blackmail against them in order to go into that family. But they never, they never lose guard. They actually stopped her from going further, and that is what is making Judy to be very angry. My people, no be smart, the information we are bringing to you now, this time, as we reach our cabal, like we tell you, as a let us know, we let you know, is that it is Queen May, only Queen May, that gives life to the Duchess name. Somebody is revealing to us right now that when you hear the Duchess saying, drop the name, they don't mean it. It's just an emotional blackmail, just to say, I know go drop and what you and I go do, and because they want her to be holding the name for fight. Because if they say, just continue the name, we don't have any problem, the name will be dropped easily. So they thought that is the only. I don't know what's going to happen after the court case actually, but we know that some women lift a name, others ruin it. Queen May lift a Duchess name, and Queen May is the only life in a Duchess name right now. No other person answers a Duchess and is respected except Queen May. Even the owner of the name or the promoter of the name before, Sapete Edochie, even if he comes out, it doesn't make the Edochie name so prominent again because somebody has ruined it. Queen Yul Edochie is the worst of it all. In fact, all his brothers and sisters, they are not happy because anytime that comes out, the kind of courage they come out with, the kind of courage they have, the kind of boldness they have before, when they come out as the Edochie's, they speak as Edochie's, talk as Edochie's, act as Edochie's, and people respect them as Edochie's. It is no longer there. Is it links? Links used to be the man of integrity everybody respect, but since Yinkolo come, Yinkolo exposed Link's weakness. How Links the two church or tell Yinkolo all the secrets of the Duchess. Yinkolo came to social media and finish up the remaining thing that the Duchess are hiding. In fact, the remaining things that Judy Austin didn't know about, Yinkolo Menta came and finished up. Tell people what happened inside everything. Yinkolo finished Edochie's. So is it Links? It was Yinkolo that reduced Links. Links used to be respected because Links goes around with Premier, supports Premier like Mama Rita does. Links also speak. Whenever Links speaks, people support. I remember when Links was endorsed as a brand ambassador of a particular company, a particular organization. He received a lot of support and people promoted his brand because it's Links. But after the Yinkolo mental, Links finished. Links was the only name in the Edochie family that had a little integrity because he was not directly involved in what happened to Queen May during that time. So Links also had caused his own problem. Is it the main man, Leo Edochie, who is the first son? There was an accusation, an allegation against him that he was the one that followed Yul Edochie to go to Moji at that time, even when his father didn't send him to represent him. Some people say it might be the father that sent him. Some say because there was no official statement that he was there to represent Edochie's family. But some people said he was there. But Leo has come out to tell us that he was not there. Severally. But people who, I don't know how they get the information. According to the media space, they say he was there. So Leo doesn't have the reputation again to talk about the Edochie's because people still count him as those who ruined the Edochie name. So followed by Uche. Uche was a family person. Uche actually supported Yul Edochie. Say, is it because Yul Edochie is a Christian? If he's a Muslim, will anybody ask him how many wives he's going to marry? So Uche was supporting you based on the fact that he's the brother, and wherever their brother goes and whatever he wants, they will support. So Uche at that time was part of those who are still fighting the woman who decided that you cannot be in polygamy. So Uche also, in the eye of the online in-laws, Uche has a dent on his body, even though he's coming out recently to come and make people believe that he's not what people think he is, that he's on the only thing is that he was supporting his brother, his kid brother, thinking that his kid brother was doing very well. So after Uche, I now talked about Links. Yes, then after Links is Jean. Jean is the only person in the Edochie's family that nobody even know about. He was so quiet, he was so reserved, he's so private. Even till today, nobody can discuss everything about Jean. I think he's an architecture. He's an architect rather. He's an architect and also an estate expert, real estate expert. He's an architect and a real estate expert. I think, yes, I'm speaking about the right person. He also, in their family, everybody does a little fine art, a little artistic work. Everybody knows a little thing about art. I don't know the brain behind it, whether it's because of Uche or anything, but that one, Jean, is so private. He doesn't talk. Even the wife is not disclosed. Even if you go to social media, you can't see the name or the picture of a wife. He is so private. What makes him to be known is because he's a son of Pride Edochie. And so Jean doesn't have all it takes to promote Edochie's family name. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have all it takes to promote Edochie's name. Like you can talk about Yul. Yul Edochie was the most popular among all the Edochie sons. After after Leo Edochie, it is Yul. Leo is known because Leo was the first one that was sent to study abroad and did a lot of things that because of that he had money connections to the father and everything. Yes, then Yul Edochie is the most popular, and he was the one that was lifting the name so high and now became the one that destroyed the name. He brought the woman that ruined the name. He brought the woman that destroyed the whole name of Edochie's. Then, even when the same person was the one that brought the woman that promoted the name before, those Queen May was so quiet in everything, it wasn't much a problem. But since Yul Edochie brought another woman, Juju, to come and destroy the name, and Yul and Judy did actually very big job in ruining the Edochie name. Then May Edochie carried the Edochie name with grace, wisdom, and silent strength. May, even though it's from Yul, the woman that was deserted, the woman that was abandoned, the woman that was betrayed by the Edochie's, the woman that was betrayed. I think that's the right name. The woman that was betrayed by the Edochie's now became the woman that carried the name with grace, that carried the name with wisdom and silent strength. She turned pain into power and made that name respected again. Whenever you hear Edochie and it's attached, May is attached to it, you respect it. May Edochie, wow, everybody stands up. There's always a standing ovation whenever she enters any place. And when you hear, May Yul Edochie, wow, or May Edochie, wow, so many people will clap their hands. So many people will stand on ovation and say, okay, we respect such a woman. You understand? Because Judy came before, full of noise, drama, and desperate validation. She destroyed the name. She thought taking what belonged to another woman would bring her peace, but it only brought disgrace for her. Disgrace for her. But I don't blame her. Like I always say, it's Yul Edochie that gave her the strength. Never steal what belongs to another woman. Seeking validation. Never steal what belongs to another woman because you are seeking validation. It will destroy you, because what is built on betrayal can never stand firm. What you build on betrayal will ever end in betrayal. Yes. One woman carried the name with class. Queen May carried the name with class. The other, Judy, buried the name in chaos. Grace will always outshine noise. I always say it. Grace will always outshine noise, no matter how you see it. Grace will always outshine noise. That is it. Our royal Queen May is the life wire of the Edochie name right now. That is the life of the Edochie name. It's the life wire of the Edochie name. I carry because she is the current of grace, and wherever she moves, she distributes the grace. And because the name is attached to her, the name is also rubbed grace upon it. That's why you still see the survival of that name. That's why you still see the respect that some people have on that name, is because May still carried. If May had ever dropped Edochie's name, you won't hear anything. That's why a lot of main nations are urging her to drop it. Drop it, let everything finish once and for all, so that you not move. Drop it and answer your name, Queen May. Just go ahead with your own rename. But Queen May decided that this is the name my children are answering, the name my kids are going to bear. Since my kids are going to bear the name, let the name still have a little grace. That's why Queen May still carry the grace, so that the current of grace in her can flow into the name. So that even as the kids are picking up the name, they can still pick the gracious part of the name that their mother carries, instead of that one their father and their grandfather carries. That is why Queen May still maintains that name. I tell you, you may not understand, it's a spiritual thing. Queen May still carries Edochie's name because she wants to transform a part of that name that can affect the children positively, affect her own kids positively. She wants to carry the part of that grace, the part of that name, impute grace in it, so that her children will possess, her kids will possess a better name than a ruined name. Judy has ruined it. So that is why in Edochie's very soon you are going to see different things happening to different people, because some people are taking a part of the name that is filled with grace, while others are taking a part of the name that have been ruined already and cannot make a name. That's why two people will be answering the same name. When they enter into a place, one will be lifted and the other will be brought down, because there is a woman that is a current of grace, carrying the grace to rub on one side, and the other person is not having. The other person is just dry of grace, carrying the name just literally like that. It's not about the literal name. It is about what the name carries. It's about what is inside the name. Queen May carries the current of grace, and the grace is the grace is flowing on top of this name, so that when her kids are bearing the name, any place they enter, the door will open. Where men are cast down, those kids are lifted, because their mother is a current of grace that carries the grace, and the grace flows through her into every area. Yes, that's why the Edochie name is still surviving today, because Queen May still bear it. And remember, like I told you, it is the name, the part of the name that May bears, and the part of the name that May believes, or the part of the family that May believes we call it, we have that grace, that we actually get that grace. It's not because Queen May carries grace and the current of grace flows through her into Edochie's name, that every part of the Edochie's name will survive it, or will be okay. No. There are part of Edochie's name that had something directly to do with Queen May. That's why I'm talking about the kids and all their properties, that this name actually will go ahead and protect. My people, no be smart, Now, so they just reach our table as a make a touchlight and with like and share the video, and God will bless you. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please try to do so. All our returning subscribers will say, now, well done, my people, now welcome, make have a nice day. Bye.